Most of the time when I just start the car and switch from parking to drive, I can hear a loud clunk in the front on the right. Not all the time, but most of the time. Okay, not right now. But if I just accelerate just a little bit, here is a clunk. I just switched to the reverse. I could hear the clunk also. Now I try to reverse. Clunk again. Switch to the drive. Accelerate a little bit. Clunk again. Reverse. Clunk again. And accelerate. Clunk again. But sometimes I just switch from parking to the drive and I can hear the clunk. So I went to my mechanic, who pointed to the lower control arm bushing. I can see that it's very off. I need to replace it, but not right now. Right now I need to find out what's the reason for this clunk. So I took off right front wheel. This seems where the sounds comes from, and asked my wife for assistance to switch gears while I was filming. Reverse. Take off foot from brake. Step on the brake. Drive. Brake. Okay. Take off foot from brake. Brake. Reverse. This metallic whistle didn't come from brakes. Switch on drive. Take your foot from brake pedal. Put your foot on brake pedal. Okay. Again. Reverse. Take your foot from brake pedal. Foot on brake. Drive. Foot from brake. Brake. It looks like it comes from here. Or at least this is what I thought. So I was trying to tie up all bolts and nuts which belongs to lower control arm and engine mounts. This was the guy who pointed me to look in this direction.
So I heard this noise most commonly when I was backing the car up and making a turn and then hitting the brakes. Is our problem. This nut got loose, and it's what's making the banging, rattling sound. The solution is to tighten that sucker back up.
So this was the reason why I dive under my car and trying to tie up all bolts and nuts which I can see. The nut over this transmission mount feels tight. 70mm socket key to tie up this transmission mount nut. Oh, it goes really easily. Maybe this was the reason. Holy golly. Okay, let's tie up another two nuts of engine mount. Here's another one. Hopefully this is going to solve my problem. Now it's tight. Let's see another one. That's pretty tight. So I have tied up this lower control arm bolt in here. And at the opposite side. This lower control arm goes here. There are 3 bolts at the end of this control arm on the other side. I have tied them up also. Front wheel is suspended, gear in the drive position, and see if it worked. And brake. Nope, it didn't. Okay, not giving up. Let's try and find another bolt to tie it up. The bolt in here, 90mm. Release the brake and step on the brake. Oh, no sound. Drive, release the brake, step on the brake. No, didn't help. And then I thought perhaps the brakes are wrong size, or maybe the studs moving in the hub. And this probably what creates this sound. Possibly. Maybe this brake pad moved. Let's see. I always had good experience with this Bosch brake pads. I made already on this brake pads 2000 miles. There was never squeals, and the brakes didn't move. Otherwise I would hear this clunk in the first place when I installed them. But for experiment's sake, let's see if the loud clunk is a result of heat of wheel studs on the brake disc. Anyway, and when you put your wheel on, the studs won't be hitting the brakes discs because there will be no play in the studs holes. And it looks like the brakes not moving. I almost gave up. I didn't know what kind of bolt or nut I need to tie up else. Then I remembered about the torque mount which is located on the top of engine. It is possible that this torque mount creates this clunk. Let's see. Every time when I heard the clunk, I thought it comes from the right front wheel, when in fact it comes from the engine top mount. Let's tie up the bolts on it. Before I started recording, I have moved this nut on the top of this bracket already, and it was actually really easy. So it wasn't tied up enough. The water pump of this car was seeping, so my mechanic replaced the water pump, but to do that he had to remove this top engine mount, and he put it back, and actually it looks like he didn't tie up the bolts good enough. And once I do, let's see how it works after that. This bolt, to be clear, I have put back the right front wheel on. Let's see. Well, I can hear the torque because the wheel is suspended, but there is no clunk. So eventually, to fix the clunk, I used the 40mm wrench to tie up this bolt on the torque mount, and mostly this bolt on the torque mount, which was loose, and this is, I guess, what caused the clank every time when I go back and forth. Okay, the drive test. Let's see. Silent. Let's go back and reverse. Stop. Silent. Let's go drive first. Silent. I like silence. Let's go and do a drive test. Silent so far. Silent. Okay. Let's go further. And brake. Nothing. Let's go back. Nothing. Force. Nothing. Back. Nothing. Turn. Nothing. One more try. Set on drive. No clunking. Acceleration, no clunking. Brake, no clunking. Reverse, no clunking. Drive, acceleration, no clunking. Reverse, no clunking. So it was simple torque mount. That's it. Good luck, guys.